So, I did my project on automation. So, what is automation? Automation is the use of largely automatic technology to replace the use of human labor in the workplace. So, basically, automation is the use of new technology or machines to do jobs that were originally done by humans. For example, now we have self pump stations when we go to get gas, but originally, gas was pumped for us by workers who got an hourly fee or an hourly wage from the gas station themselves. But because of these new self pump stations, those people no longer have this job and are either left unemployed or they have to go get new jobs. So, where is automation taking place? It's mostly taking place in jobs with repeated or simple tasks. For example, it takes place in cashiers because that can be done from a computer screen now. Accountants because the machines can do the calculations faster than a human. Factory workers because they can be programmed to do a task over and over and over again, and it will take less hours and it will be more efficient. And customer service because a machine can be programmed to have a larger knowledge of the company and its products than a human. So, what are some of the issues with automation? One of the main issues is unemployment. This is an issue because people in the lower and the middle classes are losing jobs because of machines. Companies are encouraged to take machines over humans because they're faster and more productive, and you don't have to give them an hourly wage. So, this is leaving people who have a lower ability or skill set unemployed because they can't find any jobs because anything they are capable of doing has already been replaced by by a bot that can do it better. So there's no reason for the company to employ that person. Another one of the issues with automation is high capital expenditure. This basically means that it's really expensive to create and design and install these new machines. So, what are some of the benefits to automation? More efficient use of materials in the workplace because they're less likely to make mistakes since they're programmed to do one task over and over and over. Higher production rates because they don't need hours to sleep or rest or anything. They can go 24 hours a day. Improved quality in the products because they're consistent and there's much less variability when they do their tasks. There's improved safety in dangerous workplaces like factories because there's less human labor being done in the workplace. It's cheaper because it's a one time payment rather than an hourly payment every day for years and years and years. It also is less hours of work per week for people who have jobs because they are usually just managing the machines and making sure they're working rather than doing what the machine is doing. So there are two main viewpoints on the issue of automation. One is that automation will lead to disastrous job loss and leave many unemployed. This is shown through cashiers or other people with low skill sets because they can't find a job much more advanced than a cashier, and nobody's willing to hire them because they have already been replaced by screens or computers. The other viewpoint is that automation will take some jobs, but they will be replaced with other jobs in the future, so no jobs or very few jobs will really be lost. An example of this is taxi companies because originally people traveled on horses and that was a business and people got paid to travel on horses and bring people to where they wanted to go. But once the cars were invented, the taxi companies quickly destroyed these horse companies, which left people who rode around on their horses, bringing people from place to place, unemployed. But as a result of the booming taxi companies, they needed more mechanics and other people who understood the cars and could fix them, which replaced all the jobs or most of the jobs that were lost from people who lost their jobs from the horse companies. So, what will the future of automation look like? Or the future of the economy look like? The amount of unemployment will most likely increase because any low or middle class workers are most likely to be replaced by machines and will either struggle or won't find new jobs in the future. Any jobs with simple or repeated tasks will be taken by machines. Like I said earlier, factory workers or cashiers or anything that's simple and easy to do for a machine, that will be taken over since it would be cheaper for whoever's owning the machine. Any jobs involving people or creativity will be safe from automation for the foreseeable future. For example, therapists, nurses, and artists, because at this point and in the near future, it is unlikely that they will be able to interact with people on a personal level like a therapist or a nurse has to. So, why should you care about automation? You should care because the demand for workers in the lower and middle classes has been decreasing and will continue to decrease over time because of the increased automation in different parts of the workforce. For example, it's estimated that by 2055, close to half of today's work activities will be automated, which means it's important that you either find a job that involves interpersonal connections like a nurse or a therapist, or you go for a higher class job like a doctor or a dentist or something that's unlikely to be replaced by machines in the near future. Another reason you should care is because the prices of goods will also decrease in the future as a result of the decrease in costs to produce these products because of the use of machines rather than human workers. The end.